Hi, my name is Yuxi. I'm a character concept artist, and this is day 2 becoming a ZZZ character concept artist / illustrator. In my last video, I broke down the 4 rules that ZZZ consistently follows to create the concept of a character. The 4 rules being: 1. The idea of the character is abstract. 2. ZZZ favors silhouette over intricate design. 3. Face structure is basic. And 4. Traditional elements must be incorporated into the design. If you want a deeper explanation on how I break down these 4 rules in ZZZ's character design, I highly recommend checking out the full video on my YouTube and TikTok. The link is in my YouTube and TikTok bio. There's some good stuff there, so you don't want to miss out and get confused as I expand on those 4 rules. Now that we're up to speed, I mentioned in my last video that I would be talking about the second phase of our journey, which is story building, and how ZZZ lays the foundation of the character's present and past story through their design. Today, we'll be looking at Lycaon. In ZZZ, they divide their characters into factions that determine their role, combat mechanics, and themes set within New Eridu. Lycaon's faction is Victoria Housekeeping. The theme is what you would expect from a prestigious name like that: a classy maid uniform. Ellie is also part of that faction too. Back to Lycaon. Looking at his design, you notice something large, bulging, hard, and long. His mechanical legs. What did you think I meant? Huh? His legs too?
Yeah, that's what I thought!
Lycaon's legs are a huge part of his character. The way he stands is affected by his legs, which makes them stand out. He mainly fights with his legs, with his ultimate focusing on that aspect too, even though he literally has brass knuckles, which I don't even think he uses honestly. Lycaon's lower half of his legs are replaced with mechanical parts, which poses a question: how did he lose his legs? If the viewer brings up questions on how something came to be and not why is that there, then you're already off to a great start. Already, we have one part of the foundation for his story building. The second design choice you'll notice is his eye patch that has the shape of a leather muzzle. The next probable question could be: what is behind that patch, or did he lose an eye? Another piece has been added. His third design choice is his belts. Belts in any character design are always utilized to restrain or hold something. It doesn't have to be a novel story for belts to be used as a motif. As long as something is being held to restrain, belts are always the go-to. That and locks. Belts are also a symbol of control. Looking deeper into Lycaon's obsession with restraint, this is further expanded upon in the Season 1 epilogue Bury Your Tears with the Past Part 1 and 2. It is revealed that Lycaon wasn't always as put together as he is now, which makes sense because he was a teenager then and is an adult now. But of course, with ZZZ, it's more than that. This is now getting into spoiler territory, so if you don't want to get spoiled, just skip to this timestamp. Okay. Is everyone good? Fantastic. In Lycaon's special episode, the organization Mockingbird is introduced to us, and we can clearly see that Lycaon is not only affected by this name, but he reveals that he was once a part of the organization before he ended up working for the mayor under Victoria Housekeeping. We also found out about Hugo and Lycaon's relationship with him. In Bury Your Tears with the Past Part 1, they reunite but argue the whole time over Lycaon's betrayal against Mockingbird, which leads to Part 2, piecing the rest of their history together. Lycaon, after experiencing his mentor's death and Hugo's betrayal, he felt like a lot of the events that transpired were always out of his control. And they were, but that led him to become someone who was obsessed with keeping things within his reach. Let's look at the last design choice: his pocket watch. This is something that he always keeps track of. Why? Because it's his mode of control. If he can time everything as perfectly as possible, it eliminates the variables that could cause the most delay to his mission. It's why he's so punctual and hard on Karin about etiquette, why he tries so hard, the reason he's so particular about his fur caring routine, and why Hugo mentioned his fighting style changed to a more reserved method compared to the animalistic way he used to fight. Everything is perfectly curated to the utmost sincerity and effort, because if there's anything that goes wrong, at least he knows that he's covered all his bases. Of course, none of these qualities make him a bad person, but he's not without his flaws. His faction, Victoria Housekeeping, makes perfect sense for someone like Lycaon because his faction goal is to carry out the wishes of their masters. So it fits the bill to have a loyal canine character as part of the group, especially one as determined and upright as Lycaon. His design is perfect visually and story building wise. Without me explaining everything I just did now, you would have already had the idea that Lycaon is a calm, cool, and collected character who values his image. This is a well-balanced setting ground for the story to build upon to make him an even more interesting and captivating character than he was before. That's what makes a design effective. That's what makes ZZZ character design effective. I could honestly go all day pointing out the psychology of every design choice on every character, but I will not, for I do not have all day, and neither do you. But when we get to the design phase, which is day 3, I will be taking everything that we've learned so far and making a ZZZ character design, and I will be going in depth on the character's design choices and backstory. If you haven't already, please comment, tag Koyaverse, and repost so that this reaches them. I would also like to say we made it to over 150 subscribers. The Lord is amazing, and I would not have made it without him as my foundation and guide, and you guys' support. Truly, this has made me so happy that people are interested in my yapping, because I yap a lot. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.